not only is running a float stone, but is also running a full heal to, remove all the dispels.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main items we've been seeing on a lot of those Dodrios, right? Just make sure that you've got no hindrances that you really need to worry about. So it's just gonna make the fights a little bit more difficult for Hibachi, but we have seen him play this Pokemon before.
I want to go to what called Supercell's screen here if they were able to get they weren't able to seal away the buffs, but instead just at least disrupt it, try to delay their growth into just the XP.
Yeah, and then we're starting to see Ruin just be an absolute pain on that Mew. The range on this Pokemon, the ability is able to utilize, it's just going to make it such a difficult laning partner. I mean, look at this, the Onedge can barely survive this lane, having to take all these pot shots from Ruin's Mew. And T2, right, they're also scoring with Haruda. I mean, what can a Clefairy do to stop a Squirtle from scoring?
Here you go, though.
The chase, they don't have the damage!
Wow, they weren't able to pin down the nail to take down Hibachi. But with that being said, T2 is still alive and well, but they're going to be able to take down this Fable back to where it was originally coming from. That is the Pokemon Center, and Water Turtle's been taken out as well.
Big rotations here from Marcos, actually paying off quite well. So 2 knockouts, and the fact that they had Snowy going in for the vision for the team, able to get the secondary knockout. Now, Supercell, he has consumed most of the citrus berries, and they have managed to catch out Snowy less than half health. If he gets caught in another Wood Hammer, he is done and dusted. Oh, he dashes out just in time, so no knockout. But if he sticks around, though, I feel like that's going to be such a scary play. They are still stuck in the bush, but so far no Pokemon have been knocked out for Marcos, so thankfully they weren't punished yet.
Right, but we have to remember that.
Oh, they're caught again.
Wow, here comes the pick off from T2 Supercell. Immediately, the moment that they were able to acknowledge that someone was there, after Wood Hammer, boom, 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 there comes damage. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Wow. I mean, that's what Tree does, right? The Wood Hammer is
bonk them.
It's such an annoying ability because the fact that it has such strong displacement ability, right? Like it could pull you from his side to the front and basically set up for those big solar beams, those big water spouts. Like it's just such a great ability to not only do damage but also reposition Pokemon. But it looks like Supercell has been caught out this tree though.
Wow.
Look at how sustainable he is, just surviving all this damage. They do finally take him out though. Now T2, they have lost one of their big frontliners, and the dive continues here for Marcosgaming, so looking to be hyper aggressive, getting all these big knockouts while they can. So far, the Dodrio is going to try and go for this poke onto the Glaceon, but it's not going to be enough. He will finally get that knockout though, so 1-1 so far. And
Supercell is back.
Yeah, and T2 are holding their goal zone. I think Marcos may have just overstepped their boundaries. Have they stayed a little bit too long, JJ?
Here comes Supercell. We'll find out in just a bit, as Supercell is going to be able to bonk them once again with a Wood Hammer. Oh my goodness, Hydro Typhoon is going to be coming up as well. Just a disruption, and very amazingly, Marcosgaming gets out, not wanting any more casualties, but unfortunately for them, they are all down below. But still, lucky as they were able to get away quite, without any casualties from that team fight, from that extended team fight.
I don't know if Marcos are in a position to go for a steal here. They are looking for it. They're going to be running in with 2 of their Pokemon. They've got the third. They don't get the last hit. The Mew Ruin actually gets it for the team. And this is a attack boost as well. And look at how much damage is coming out from T2. It's going to be 1 though. 2 for 1 so far. Are they going to be able to turn it around though? The heals are down. No more Moonlight for you, T2 say. As that poor Slowbro, all they can do is just run away from the battle and watch that goal zone go down for free.
Right, but as that is happening, I think what they wanted to do on that situation is that, those Pokemon on the bottom path, right? It's just a way for them to divert the attention of T2 here, as Bulk is trying to do some split pushing, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough for them to catch up against T2. But with that being said, Follow Me is going to be coming up here from Furem. Nothing much has happened just yet, as, Adjun is just ensuring that everyone lives on to another day.
Yeah, lots of healing going all around. It looks like they're going to try and jump onto that Trevenant, but look at the Zoroark. Oh, no, the Zoroark almost going down. Really nice dodge, though, so we'll be able to get on out of there. But this means the Regieleki should be taken for free here by T2, unless somebody in Marcos can go in for the dive, the last hit, but no one's in position.
No, here's the thing, right? I think they're trying to do so, but there was the Blastoise that's hindering them from entering that top path.
Yeah, they're just struggling to even get into T2 to begin with. I think the zoning, the ability for Dodrio to just chase, and the Glaceon just gets out of there. But I think Volk is done for. Yeah, that boosted attack, so strong.
Seems the thing, right? With the Hibachi, they don't even need to use Hibachi's Dodrio as a disruptor because it is running Tri-Attack, and all it needs to do is just score and do its job.
And even if he wants to, he can just sort of stay on the outskirts of the battlefield, constantly try attacking in. You wait for that opening. Once you see a Pokemon low enough, you go in there, boosted basic attack. And it's so strong for a Dodrio as well. If you're doing it to a Glaceon, for example, I think that's almost half of its health with just the boosted. So I like the fact that they're going for this Tri-Attack. It's such a great build for Dodrio, because why should you run into the middle of the fight?
Right. But with that being said, T2 is going to be able to take this Reggie bot for themselves uncontested. And with that, Hibachi having 28 points can just put them down, dunk it down as quick as possible. But no, Marcosgaming still, they are on the edge. They still haven't found the answer, and they only have a minute left to find this answer that they're looking for against T2.
I will have to say a really admirable effort here from Marcos to try and keep up in the experience department, because they are doing such a good job of that so far. They haven't fallen too far behind, even though this game hasn't necessarily been too much in their favor. But if they lose the Zoroark here, this is not going to be not too good for the team, but luckily Snowy is able to sort of walk on out of there as that Zoroark. So, JJ, what's the plan here? Like, if you're T2, are you just going to basically, at this point, deny all the objectives from Marcos? Do you want to back cap? Like, what do you have to do here to make the Rayquaza that much more difficult for them to take if you're T2?
Well, the answer question, right, or what Marcosgaming is going to be doing is the question, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so...
I mean, like, I guess it was T2, but yes.
Right. So here's the thing, right? For T2, right, going against Marcosgaming just to be able to deny them is... The answer is literally what they just did with Reggie Eleki. And now, Hibachi just go in straight there and try to get
we have a fight
more score.
We have a fight happening, and it was a Typhoon as well. It caught most of Marcos, JJ!
3 Novus 4. No! 4 Team Wipe is going to be the name of the game here, and they will be really taking this Rayquaza on a silver platter. And with that being said, T2, I'd say, has already taken the game against Marcosgaming.
That might be the case here, JJ, but with a minute 45, maybe, just maybe, if Marcos can somehow catch T2 off guard and maybe get 3 or 4 knockouts, maybe they can try and counter-score, because I don't think it's completely out of their reach as of yet. There is the possibility, but they got to win this fight first. And with the Trevenant just dealing so much damage with the Wood Hammer, it's a big ask.
I mean, it's at this point, it is a second to impossible, really, because even though if they can take out, even if they can take out T2, maybe 3 or 4 at max, they still don't have the points enough to catch up against T2.
I mean, if they all had 50, right?
If they all had 50, sure.
that's what you're sort of looking for.
But even then, it's a big ask.
Yeah, so Ruin actually getting jumped on there by the Zoroark, and actually does get taken out, so he's going to be gone for 30 seconds. 50 seconds to defend on the side of T2, and the Zoroark is actually doing quite a bit onto Hibachi. Unfortunately, just not enough damage to finish him off on the goal zone, but Snowy really wants it. The Tri-Attack, it clips him. That's going to be him eliminated from the field as well. And this poor Slowbro all by himself. This is a Surf Bro as well, and he's dancing. It's like, oh, okay, guys, I think I know what's up. Please, no. It goes down.
Can we basically just can we celebrate with you guys? Let's start trying to dance around.
He wants some cake, Did you? Because Ruin's got cake for his birthday.
Right. But again, in this point on, I don't think Marcosgaming. This is still a valuable experience for them, especially going against ACL, and the mere fact that they got here is just beautiful stuff. It's just that, again, this is likewise the first time that Marcosgaming was able to go against players from other regions, and basically, the meta, the difference is showing.
I think it's also just that level of refinement for T2 was a step above what Marcos had.